to me. All right, let's try. I'm so sorry, guys. You cannot see the PowerPoint presentation, but I promise you I will talk it through and you all be able to understand everything. So we get started. So, okay, I am back. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I dropped out. All right. All right, awesome. I'm going to cancel all these ones so then I can get started. All right. So this is all about sharing with you all the things that I teach my clients and all the things that we do. And as you can see, all my clients and myself, we got a lot of engagement on Facebook, a lot of engagement on social media. So I'm here with you to share today all the things that we do on social media that can benefit your business and can benefit you. So one of the main things that we need to understand in business is that it's super important to be active. You have to be on people's face all the time. So if you have any question while I'm talking, please shoot them across. I have the question box here. I will send you the PowerPoint at the end of this call straight away. I'm sorry I cannot share the PowerPoint presentation with you. For some reason, every time I share the PowerPoint presentation, GoToWebinar switches on me. So just stay tuned and see how we're going with this. But please feel free to ask me any question, okay? So the main thing, the number one thing that you need to remember is that your clients need to know what you do. They're confused, they're not sure what you do, and they are not sure. Linda, you're saying get out and come back again. I already did that 3 times. Linda, unfortunately, I just have to keep going because we've got heaps of people listening. So I'm sorry about that, but there's nothing I can do at this stage in time. I could put the video on so at least you can see me. Let's have a look. At least you can see me. And I'm sorry you can't see. I'm sorry you can't see my PowerPoint. It's very annoying, but you should be able to see me if I'm not wrong. And there's no way. I don't know why it does that to me, but doesn't matter. Let's keep going, okay? So so it's super important to be active because people don't know you. People don't know what you're doing. With the video is a lot better. Okay, that's great. I'll keep the video on and. All right, okay, no problem. You can see me. That's good. All right, so it's important to be active online, right? Because people don't know what you do. They don't know what you're about. They need to know more about you. But if you're not active, if you're not on their face all the time on Facebook, they're not going to be able to do that. They're not going to be able to know you. They're not going to be able to trust you enough to come along and buy you your products, right? So it's really, really super important. The first thing that you need to understand, you need to be active. Now, one of the questions that all my clients ask me is, where am I going to be active? Am I going to be active on my Facebook page or like business page, or am I going to be active on my normal page or my personal profile? Now, as you know, you're not allowed to use Facebook personal profile for business. But guess what? We are not, right? Business is like a friendship. It's like you make friendship with your clients. They want to know more about you. They want to know more about what you do. They want to know what you do in your spare time. They want to know all these little things. Now, it might not be okay for all businesses. Like if you are a psychiatric, maybe you don't want to do that. But if you have a normal business, if you have a service-based business, even if you have a product-based business, that's really important for you to show people who you are every day, right? They want to know you. They want to get to know you. They want to get to become friends with you. So I do, and all my clients do, use the personal profile for friendship, right? For business, because we need to have as many friends as possible. So then when you are active on your personal profile page, then everyone will start to see what you do. And I'll show you how to do it. We're not doing business on the personal page. It's more about showing people what type of day, what type of lifestyle you live, to be able for them to see, oh wow, I want his or her lifestyle. I need to go to them to learn how to do it, or I need to use the product to do it, or I need to use a service to become like them. Do you know what I mean? So make sure that you ask me any questions, because I've got the PowerPoint behind and to watch it, and you don't. So make sure that you understand. So number one tip is mindset, right? We need to make sure that we understand the power of having people around you. The power of number one is people are opportunities. If we don't understand that people in general are opportunities, as many friends as possible you have on Facebook and on your life, the bigger your network, the more chances you have to get clients, to get to get people to refer you, or get collaborations, or get co-hosting events, or cross promotions, or I promote your business and you promote mine. There's so many things that you can do and create when you have people. If you don't know anyone, it's going to be hard for you to do business, isn't it? So if you look, even like I put it into Italy, right? Here in Italy, everyone knows everyone, right? And when you go to a shop and you say, like this morning, my mom and I went to a shop and we said, hey, we need to buy these little they got these amazing little chairs, sunbed chairs, that they become like a trolley, right? And it's so cool because it's a chair, but then it's a trolley, so you can put all your beach bags and umbrella and everything, and then you just carry it, right? And I was saying, where can we find it? And this guy said, oh look, I had it until last week and I ran out of them, but there is a shop on the other side of the street, on the left and right, and Fred, you go there and he'll be able to help you, right? So if Fred didn't make friend with his competition, he would never be able to get this business today from my mom and I. So it's really important that people are opportunity. Even your worst enemy, even in your competition, you want to be friends with everyone. You want to have a big network. That sounds, am I cutting off quite often? You will be sending out recording. Yeah, I'm trying to send out a recording. The unfortunately having is going to be working, but I'll do my best. So, is everyone else hear me fine? Just let me know if you're all cutting out or only Francie is, please. Okay, so one person here says that you can hear me. All right, perfect. It's a bit in and out, but it's okay. It's all fine here. Yeah, of course, the audio is worse when I use the camera, of course. You're cutting as well, all good. So it's a little bit half and half. So I'll be sending the recording as well. If you don't understand something, please ask me and I'll repeat, okay? So if you want, I can switch off the video, up to you. Okay, all right. So, so number one rule is people are opportunities, all right? And number two is your network will equal your net worth. And when I talk about network, you listen to the recording. All right. Why don't I switch off the camera maybe? Let's have a look. Let's try without camera. Let's try without camera. Stop camera. Let's try like these guys and see how it goes. Okay, so number two rule is your network equal your net worth, right? So the more people you have in your network, the more chances you have to grow your business. And number three rules, which is my favorite one in the whole world, is everyone needs something. That's better. All right, cool. Let's keep it like that. You already saw me. You know how I look like. So everyone needs something. That's really the number one rule that I totally love, because even people that are successful, even people that are super famous, even people like Tony Robbins, every single person in this whole world need something. So what does that mean? If you need something, where would you go and get it from? Would you go and get it from someone that you don't know? Or would you go to get it from someone that you know of, or a friend of yours gave you their name, the referral, right? Of course, everyone will go to someone that we know of, or we know. So the most important thing for us is to understand that everyone needs something. So the more people you know, the more chances you get to get a referral, to get someone that will say, hey, that person needs your service. Why don't you go along and ask them for it? So one of the things that I realized that even when I go out there networking, that's what I teach my clients in my 2-day workshop. So guys, I'm sharing with you here tips that I share only in my 2-day workshop. I don't share some of the things in my half-day workshop. So as you know, I've got a half-day workshop, and then anyone that want to come along to me with me and start to create events and start to grow their following and start to make serious business, then they come along to the 2-day workshop. So these tips are from my 2 full-day workshops. So stay there and listen up, because it's amazing information for you guys. So everyone needs something. So when I go to a networking event, my first question in mind is, how do I help this person? I don't go, how can I sell them? What I ask, what does this person need? What do they need, and how can I help them? Right? That's my first thing, and it's not about selling to them. It's about, if there's something that they need and I can give it to them, and what is that I need and they can give it to me, that's a great collaboration, and it's a different set of mind than going to a networking event thinking I'm gonna sell to everyone. It's more about creating and building relationships. And if you ask yourself this question, what does this person need? You will see everything will change. And Aknit is saying, you keep numbering every rule as the most important. This is confusing me. All right. So these 3 tips are the main tips, all of them, right? So these 3 tips are the most important one of the day, because it's the foundation of my business. This is my Bible, right? So number 1, people are opportunities. Number 2, your network equal your net worth. And number 3, everyone needs something. This is the 3 tips that I run my business on. And now we're going to go into Facebook, and we're going to talk about which page or which group or where you're going to use and spend your energy in. So in this order, this is how I spend my time and my energy in. At the top, and the way I spend more time, is in my personal profile. That's where people you can friend people, you can friend people, you can engage with people. Whenever you post on your personal profile, everyone will see it. All your friends will see it, and if they comment on or like anything on your post, all the friends and family will see that as well. So it's really important for you to have as many friends as possible to be able to get more engagement and to get more people to know about what you do. So in the personal profile, what's really important is that people want to know what you do. They want to know how you spend your day, and usually people want your lifestyle. So I'll give you an example. My lifestyle, what I teach to my clients, is to have fully booked events and to have following and to have a lot of interaction on social media, and that will bring you a lot of business, right? So this is the things that I teach. So of course, on my personal profile, I will take a selfie, and all the events that I run, they are fully booked. I will take a selfie at all the events of my clients that I go to. I will share that I travel and I work from everywhere. I will share that I've got events, fully booked events all over Australia. I will share, all these things without selling. I will just tell a story about my day, and that's what my clients, the people that follow me on Facebook, they will go, "Ooh, this is really cool. This person is doing what I want to do. My dream is to travel Australia and run fully booked events. So I need to go to Francesca to learn this stuff, right?" So what I do, I share with them what they actually want from me without selling, just as a story. Number 2, where I spend most of my energy is on groups, right? So I would like to know if you guys are active on groups, and if you are, on how many groups are you active on. So I'll give you an example. I have my own group, my own community, and if you don't have your own community, I strongly recommend you start your own group, because that was priceless for me to do so. And now my community is over 3,000 people and is growing daily, and it's called Entrepreneurs Abundance Mindset. when you see the PowerPoint, it will be in here for you. And that's where I spend my energy is in my own group, but as well where I spend the energy is on other people group. So for example, Natasha Denman, if you know of her, she's a really successful businesswoman from Melbourne. That she's got $1 million business from home with her husband. And Natasha's and Stuart's group is called Ultimate Business Support. And that group is over 13,000 people. Now, the amount of business that Natasha got from her own group is incredible, but I also got a lot of business from that group because I'm very active. And active, when I say active, it means I don't just post on the theme days that are good for me. So like on the promotion day, on days that I can promote my business, but I'm active on every day that is, building relationship with the other people from the group. So I choose 3 groups that I am active on, and I strongly recommend that you do the same. And for me, Queensland business, because I'm in Queensland, ultimate business support, and of course my group, which is entrepreneurs abundance mindset. So choose 3 groups that suit you, where your target market is, and be active on it daily. Now, people, when I say this, they think, oh, how many things do I have to do? I don't have enough time. There's not enough time in a day. Well, if you organize yourself, if you put yourself half an hour in the morning, half an hour before lunch, and half an hour after work and night, that's an hour and a half a day, and that's plenty for you to be active on 3 different groups. And I promise you, the business that you get out of it is amazing. What's really important as well, that when you are inside of the groups, you become friends of the most active people on the group, because those people will be able to refer you and your business when someone else asks for it. On groups on Facebook, it's really open. It happens very often that people will ask for referral. They will say, hey, I'm looking for someone to help me out with email marketing. Can you suggest anyone? And if I was in the group, I'll definitely say, of course. Or Risa is really good at it. This person is really good at that. And I will just put the people that I've been working with that I found good. So the most important thing for you is to be active on group and befriend with people that are very active on the group as well. All right. Number 3, the point, the place that I spend my less energy but are still active on is, of course, my business page. But what I do is I get my VA, my virtual assistant from the Philippines, to share whatever I posted personally on my personal profile and on my groups, and she just copy and paste it and put it into my business pages. I've got a few business pages. One is the Meetup Queen, I've got my life coach page, and I've got my Bangs on Seats with Natasha. So I've got 3 business pages, and my VA just copy and paste in a different time of the day all the posts that I've been sharing on the day. Now we've got Karen, have a question here. Have own group but just started your own group. That's really good. Although have 2 pages, yep, and a personal profile. That's great, Karen. So what you want to make sure that you do, you are very active on your group and you keep it open. You keep your group open so that people on the outside of the group can also see what you post. And then eventually when the group is big enough, then you want to close it down so people don't see what's happened in the group, but they know of the group. So well done for starting your own group, and make sure that you are active every single day, a few times a day, to get momentum going and to get people to join. And then you will share all these on the outside, on your business pages. Okay, we'll change it to open. Well done. That's great. All right, so now we're going to pass on to the reason why I do use the personal profile as a business. So my goal on Facebook, my ultimate goal on Facebook, is to have as many friends as possible on my personal profile. So Ankit is saying, how do you track and manage a different connection from the Facebook section? Personal versus business versus target market. Look, what's important, Agni, is that I don't look for people. People look for me. So I go with numbers. It's business for me. It's a number game. And what I've done to create the 20,000 people that I have over all my social media, including Meetup, is that I have just been myself, and I've been everywhere, and I've been posting a lot, and the right people come to me. So the amount of messages that we get from the right clients saying, I really see what you're doing, I've been following you for a while, and now I want to be your client, where do I go next? That's what is really important, and that's what for me is. So they are the one that track what I do. I don't track the connections. Now the connections, they will become clients eventually. So for me, it's more about planting seeds and building trust for the clients that follow me on Facebook. So every time I go out there to a networking event, my main thing is we should connect on Facebook. So that person that now is friend with me on Facebook will follow me and will see what I do until the day that they go, oh my goodness, I've been to your webinar, I've been to your events, I got your book. I just need to be your private client now. Does it make sense? I hope I answered your question, Agni. If not, just ask me again. Now we got Christelle that's saying, Francesca, you got a question? Well, shoot it. What do you post? I think you were saying, what do you post? It takes time to create posts. So how do you post many times a day? That's a really, really, really good question. And just pictures. That's a really good question, Christelle. And I'm going to talk about Snapchat a little bit later in the day. To know that, can you please tell me, Christelle, what do you do? What's your business? Very short, please do, just in a very short few words, so I can explain to you how I would use your business to post. But most likely what I do is like what happened in my day, and I post that. For example, last night, Connie, one of my clients that came to my 2-day workshop in August, she did an amazing event and it was fully booked. So what I did, I took one of the photos from her event last night, and I put a post saying, I'm so proud of Connie. She did amazing. Look at her, how happy she is. It fills my heart to see my clients so happy and starting their own communities and building their relationship with their people. So I'm not posting something that is promotional. I'm saying from the bottom of my heart, I'm happy and proud I am of Connie. But at the same time, that post will give people credibility and trust to say, oh, wow, look at the results that Francesca clients are getting. I can't wait. I need to be closer to Francesca Network. I need to go to the events. I need to learn from her. Does it make sense? So I'll do that. You're setting up a juice drink business. Oh, great. So, Christelle, what you should do with that is whenever you do a juice, you do a photo of you with the juice, and you say, for example, the recipe or what's in the juice, and then one time you do a video about it, and then one time you share whoever a photo of someone that maybe instead of two. Maybe people, what results do they get? What benefit do they get from getting the juice? And then you will share stuff like that. And, people will see you as the juice lady, right? So the more, that will be actually good, the juicy lady. So that it will be good for you to build that trust. And if people decide that they need to be more healthy in their life, all they can think of is you, because you always put photos of you with the best juice and the best things. You know what I mean? So it's important to be natural and to share the things that you do every day. So it's not just about the juice, it's also about, for you, I believe it will be about a lifestyle of healthy. So if you go for a run, you go for a run and you put a photo of you going and living that healthy lifestyle. So if I decided to become more healthy, healthier, what I would think of, it will be you. I hope that makes sense, but I will explain more when I touch on Snapchat at the end of this webinar. We got another one. If we post too much, doesn't get annoyed to friends? Well, that's a really good question, that's really good. Friends can unfollow you if they get annoyed. My friends and family, they actually, you're welcome, Christelle. Your friends and family will actually get really they enjoy what I do. They enjoy my videos, and they say they are hilarious. So it's about not being businessy, but being real, having fun, and if you're concerned about your friends, maybe you want to put them in a list separate. On your friends, you can choose on the settings that you have a different list, and you can put all your friends and family as acquaintances. So then when you post something, you will put it public without showing it to their apprentice, so that they don't get annoyed, if that's what you worry about. But to be honest, we are in business, and our business is our life. And I say, if people don't like my business, don't like what I post, they can stop following me. And for me, it's fine, because I've got total certainty that I'm doing the best, and I'm doing good for people. So I think the people will appreciate it. And if they don't appreciate it, they're not really my target market, or they're not real friends if they get annoyed. Come on, that's my opinion. But if the solution will be the list. All right, so the reason why you want to have as many friends as possible on Facebook is because, as I said before, your network will equal your net worth. So having a lot of friends on Facebook, that means that you have a lot of likes on your business page if you post enough on both. And then you will have, you'll be able to invite your friends to like your business page. If you don't have any friends, you won't be able to invite anyone to like your business page. And then the other thing that, the reason why you want to have a lot of friends is that because you'll be able to tag other people on your post. And don't get me wrong, please don't tag 30 people on a post that is not relevant to them. I can't stand when people tag me in something that is not relevant to me. So don't do that. What I will do is, when you go to someone's event, what's the best way to get closer to the organizer, get closer to people that got a big network? The best way for me is to tag them and say, hey, thank you so much for tonight. It was an amazing event. I can't wait to come to the next one. And then you tag the name of the organizer, and then maybe you tag the name of the guest speaker, saying how great it was on the night. Now you won't be able to do that if you're not friend with the organizer or with the guest speaker. So it's super, super, super important that you do that you connect with people on Facebook and have as many friends as possible. Please let me know if it's clear what I said and why it's so important to have friends on Facebook. Now, of course, I've only have an hour to share all my tips with you, so I want to move on, but this is really important, so I want to make sure, and I know that I keep saying that things are important, but it's because I've got an hour with you, and I want to put as much information as possible. So the whole hour is actually very important. So you guys are getting a lot of my tips here, and I'm so glad that you are all on the call. So that's going back to Christine's question, is share your story, do not sell. So, in your story, as I said before, you want to share things that are congruent with your business, but not just about the business. So in my example, if I use my example again, one of the things that I teach is not just how to run events and how to have a following, but part of it is also how to get a collaboration with people of influence. That's something that it's really important, and I keep doing it. So of course, if I am hanging out with someone that is a person of influence, I'll take a photo, and I see people want to see how much you hustle. They want to see what you're up to. They want to see who you're hanging out with. So when I am with a person of influence, and we're having a coffee, or we're hanging out, or whatever it is, I'll take a photo and I put it on Facebook, and I tag that person I was having a coffee with. That will get people to show that you're serious about your business, that you're serious about building a relationship with people of influence, that you're serious about growing your network. So, of course, it's important to be consistent. If you post once a month on your personal profile, or even on your business page, or even on your group. So all the three places that I spend more time with on Facebook, people won't be used to you and won't be consistently replying, commenting, and liking your stuff, right? So there's a halfway between, there's a fine line from posting too much and not posting enough. Of course, I'm not saying to post 4 times on your personal profile about the same thing, but sometimes I only post once a day on my personal profile. But you have to post once a day on my personal profile, once a day on my business page, once a day on my groups, if it makes sense. So it's really, really valuable for you to be consistent and do some live videos. So I would like to know who is in the call that has done a live Facebook video, and I've got a challenge for you to do one before the end of the week. Just get the camera out and do it. It's really daunting the first time that you want to do it, but once you've done it once, it's just so much fun, and it's so easy. You've done it. Well done, Karen. That's so cool. So it's really important. Facebook Live shows who you are, shows people, you get closer to them, you get that chance to see who you really are. So Martin is saying, not yet. What's the difference between live and a regular? Oh, that's a really good question. Well, Martin, live is like watching these, listening to this webinar live, or watching a recording. Like, so live, as you just did, people can ask you a question and you can reply to them and you can get closer. So by me saying your name and saying, Martin, that's a good question, and talking to you, live streaming give you that extra connection and extra closeness to your clients, right? If this was recorded, you would not be able to interact, and interaction is what gets people closer to you, and build trust, right? So if you ask me a question on a live video and I'm not answering, you would think, oh, this person is not very approachable, right? But if I answer, if I help you out, then people will think that I'm very generous. So that's what happened to people's brain, right? They go, yes, I like them, no, I don't like them. On a live stream, it's really cool to see people interacting with you. So it's really important, but at the same time it's very daunting, Martin, because you cannot change it, right? Once it's there. Well, you can delete it, but you are live, so some people will watch it live. All right, it makes sense. That's great. And of course, you have to share your best tips. A lot of people on Facebook want to share, also on webinars, they share the little tips because they're afraid to share the biggest tips, because they go, oh, if I share the biggest tips, then what people are going to pay me for? It's you're up for it. All right, Martin, tag me on it and I want to see it. That's really cool. You want to share your best tips, because people won't come back. They won't follow you if you share things that are obvious. They want to see really hot stuff. So share your best tips. Now, in my PowerPoint presentation, I was going to show you Ultimate Business Support, which is Natasha Denman group, but I will send you the PowerPoint later, so you will still see it. And the other thing on that I was sharing with you is the power of Facebook groups, as I started to mention before. So you want to be active on 3 groups daily. You want to post videos. Don't just write comments, and especially if you got something long to say, don't type it. People don't like reading. Just do a short video, and it's a lot quicker. And be real and build relationship with people on the group. Don't just go there and sell. Of course, you do still want to use the promotion day to promote, but don't just go in. There is, I think it's Natasha that said this. Don't go into a group, dump and run, dump your promotion and run away, right? Because people you want to have any interaction, and you won't get any business out of it. You want to make friends. Your main thing on business is making friends. We are about to get my favorite part of this webinar, which is Snapchat. So stay tuned. There is one more thing coming up. So creating a following is important for you because you want to be able to connect with people of influence that are going to help you to grow your business as well. You want to collaborate with people. Don't do it all by yourself. Don't do all your business thinking that you have to do it all alone. It's so hard to be in business. It's so tough. You want to create community. You want to surround yourself with like-minded people. You want to collaborate with other people. And how do you find collaborations? Is asking the number 3 Bible rule that I shared at the beginning that I said they were so important. What does this person need? Everyone needs something. How can I help them? Can they help me? And can we collaborate, right? So it's get out there and organize multiple speaking gigs and podcasts and webinars. So become a guest speaker to other people event, webinars, podcasts. People need to see you. People need to hear about you. The more people know about you, the more interviews you get, the more speaking gigs you get, the biggest chances you get to make business easy. And when you are a guest speaker, of course, you have to be leverage it from it. So the amount of people that are I asked in the past to speak at my events, and they said, "Oh yeah, I'll speak, but I won't promote it." And it's like, what are you talking about? If you speak at my event, you as a speaker, you want to tell everyone on Facebook that you got a speaking gig, because the fact that you have got a speaking gig, the fact that you are speaking at a webinar or a podcast or an event, it's great and huge for your credibility. So you want to spread the word everywhere about it, and the more people know about it, the better it is for you. So that's the way to leverage from it, to share that everywhere about it, right? So we got a question from Linda. People on your business page are usually on your personal profile too. So if you can share the same thing on both, won't they be well, um I don't post the same thing on my personal profile, and after 5 minutes I put that on my business page, right? I usually do it in a different way, but a lot of the time people that are on my personal profile, they are not gonna comment and like my thing on my business page. But on people that are on my business page, they most likely not following me as a friend, so they won't see things that are on my personal profile. And some people that see both, they usually, people are too busy to get annoyed, and if they do get annoyed, they're not your right client. Yeah. So I really and Linda, you're touching something else that's super important that I love sharing with you guys, which is, if you don't annoy people, if you haven't got a complaint yet about posting too much, about sending too many emails, about being out there too much, that means you are not pushing yourself enough to success. If you are in your comfort zone, if you are trying to hide, and if you're trying to avoid upsetting people, that means that you're still afraid of stepping up, and you're still afraid to be everywhere, and you're still afraid to push yourself out of your comfort zone, because yes, you will upset some people, but those people are not the right people for you. So that's okay that they get upset. When I got my first complaint, I was celebrating, Linda, and it's because I understand that I finally am everywhere, and some people are getting upset, some people are getting annoyed, and that's perfect, because that means that I am pushing myself enough, and I will means that I am successful. So if you get your first complaint, Linda, please, please, please celebrate, because it means that you are successful. Yay! All right, we get to Snapchat now. I hope you heard of Snapchat before. Now, Snapchat, when I was introduced from it, from my assistant actually, I was like, no, 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 no. I already have Facebook and Instagram, and I don't have time for another social media. I am not looking into it. But then I realized that Snapchat and actually Instagram is starting a similar feature. So probably you can do the same just on Instagram. And it's about building a story of your day. So I've been doing that a lot on my holidays. So you can go and have a look on my personal profile, and there is a lot of videos about my holiday, and I've created them on Snapchat. Heaps of people have been messaging me, asking me, how do you do these amazing videos? That I'll just do them on Snapchat. So Snapchat and Instagram now have the same feature. So you can do the same on Instagram as well. On the top left, there is a little plus sign. If you click on that, you'll be able to do short 10-second videos about your day. And people love them because that means that I don't have to post 15,000 times a day. I can just create a story about the best moments of my day, and that will help a lot, and will get an understanding of people of what do I do. So for example, if I have an event, I will start in the day before saying, hey, we're packing for tomorrow morning, we've got a fully booked event coming up, and this and this and that, right? And then I will show what we're putting into the bags. I will show how many books we're giving away. And you do little videos, fun videos or photos of the preparation of the event, and then you do more videos and photos at the event, and people will go, oh wow, this sounds so much fun, sounds so good, I really want to be in it. So I suggest you, if you want to give it a go on Instagram, and at the top of your Instagram you'll be able to see what other people are doing with their stories. I would suggest you to download Snapchat and have a look at that as well, because I think Snapchat's got better features for now, so that you can learn and then you can use them better on Snapchat. But up to you. And it saves you time, and people literally, my fans, my raving fans, are waiting for my story at the end of the day. And sometimes I get a message saying, hey, you haven't shared your story today. Because what I do a story, and then at the end of the day, I export that story from Instagram or Snapchat as a video, and then I upload it on Facebook. And people on Facebook see that story and they go, oh, wow, that was such a good event, or such a good day, or such a good holiday, or whatever. And that will tick boxes in people's head. So what I believe is that people, when they want to buy, if they're considering to become your client, they've got different boxes and different questions and different things that they need to tick before they buy. One of them will be trust. Do I like this person? Do they have enough value? Do they have credibility? Do they have enough clients? They've been in business for a long time? Do they have qualification? You've got different boxes in people's head, and your goal is to tick as many boxes as possible before you even start to market to them directly. Do you know what I mean? So once they are in your database, then of course you're going to keep ticking boxes, but you want them to be in your database as soon as possible, so that they can be closer to you and you can directly market to them, if it makes sense. So I am happy to get any questions now. I will touch on a little bit more of how I've done all this, and how what the results that I've got. As I told you, in 6 months since I started to run events, I grew a 6-figure business. I wrote 2 books in the last year, and my business just exploded. And I can work from everywhere. As you know, I'm in Italy now, and I can do this from anywhere, and it's a wonderful lifestyle. But I haven't done it by myself. I've followed what I just told you, which is collaborate with people of influence. And one of them was Tony Robbins. If you have read my book, or if you have read any of the articles on social media that I have written about Tony Robbins, I've sold $100,000 of tickets for Tony in only 6 months, and I've met him personally, and we made a deal for the next year, which is really exciting. And of course, I'm collaborating with Natasha Dedman, which is a very inspiring mother of 3, and she's got $1 million business from home with a husband, which is amazing. And of course, as I told you, I wrote a book with Natasha and a book by myself, always with Natasha's help, because that's what she teaches people, how to write a book. So I'm happy to get any questions. Do you have any tip for LinkedIn? That's a really good question. Look, I haven't been too active on LinkedIn, but what I can tell you is that people see what I do on Facebook and they come and check me out on LinkedIn. So I've got actually nearly 2,000 connection on LinkedIn, but I've only posted probably once every 2 or 3 weeks. I'm not too active, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I will start to be more active probably since when I'll be back yeah, from this holiday. So I would really strongly believe that LinkedIn is pretty much the same. Every social media is pretty much the same. The three rules that I said at the beginning that were super important, they are valid everywhere. So your people are opportunities, your network equal your net worth, and number three, which is everyone needs something, is the same on LinkedIn, is the same on any social media. So the more connection you have, the more chances you have to get reviews, to get referrals, to get connections, to get business. So I strongly recommend that you do that. One of the things that I've noticed is that when you do connect with someone, it's really important to send them a quick message. I'll do that on Facebook as well. Send them a message saying, thank you for connecting. I would love to know more about your business. Just by asking that question, which is thank you for connecting. I would love to know more about your business. They think that you want to buy something from them. So they will reply and they will ask you about your business. And that's how you can start a communication, a conversation. And it's not just another connection on LinkedIn, it's more a personalized chat that you had with those people. So yes, I will use LinkedIn exactly the same. The only difference that on Facebook is called friendship, and in LinkedIn is a little bit more professional. But totally, I think it's the same. Do you have an example where you spend longer than you wanted in connecting with the wrong person? Well, that's a really good question as well because I've been burned. I have this analogy that I call sharks against dolphins. In business, there are a lot of sharks around, and there are also a lot of dolphins. And I always strongly recommend to just surround yourself with dolphins, with people that are happy to collaborate, people that are happy to help each other, people that are not afraid of they're not afraid of collaborating. They're not afraid of competition. Yes, I have been working with the wrong people at the beginning of my journey, but the amazing learning that I got from those experiences, I would actually never change them. So I'm very grateful for those ones. How to avoid sharks, I think, is just more of a gut feeling. When and it's a thing, is this person just all about what's in it for me, or are they really willing to help you? And if they are willing to help you, are they wanted to help you to get something and not giving anything back? As you grow your network, as you grow your connections, a lot of people will approach you, and I say this to my clients all the time. You watch out because a lot of people want to collaborate with you once you have a lot of friends, and a lot of people coming to your events, and you just have to watch out and follow your gut feeling, and ask the right questions. To ask them what do you need and how can we help each other. If you are 100% honest with yourself and with them, I think eventually you will find out. I hope I answer your question, Agnit. And we got Belle. Hi, Belle. How are you, honey? I'm so glad to have you here. How many meetups did you do when you started funneling them to your half day workshop? Well, I started doing this. I didn't have a half day workshop when I started doing meetups. I was only doing one-on-one sessions. So I probably did 5 to 6 meetups every 10 days before I started to get clients from it. As you know, my clients get business at the first event, at the first meetup, which is outstanding. But that's because I've got a lot of shortcuts for them. So what I would suggest is that you at least build trust with the group before you start selling anything. So do meetups, get people to start to ask you. When they start to ask you, then that's when you start to funnel them to the half-day workshop. Until they ask you, just wait and keep giving and keep building trust. I hope I answered your question, Belle. Roland, we have, how about posting on business page, then sharing it on personal page? Is that good? Yeah, yes, absolutely, Roland. I have done this a lot. You don't get as much interaction, but I do that every now and again, just to share, change things around. You can totally do that, especially if I want to share any link or anything that I'm selling. I don't do it from a personal profile, but I do what you just said. So yes, totally. But you also want to be active on just your personal profile. So mix it up a bit. It's always great. Okay, so I'm gonna keep answering on the question. I'm just gonna go to the last part of the webinar, which is inviting you all to an amazing opportunity to spend a half day with me and my half day workshop. It's called Follow Me Workshop, where I teach business owners how to leverage from the community, how to start a community, how to start a meetup group, how to and why you should have a meetup group or a community at all. So it's a priceless half-day workshop. The reviews and the testimonials that I have from them are insane. People love them, and a lot of people then join me to the 2-day workshop. But this is not a half-day workshop to just sell onto the 2-day. Belle, there's right here, she's been on it, and she's been at my half-day workshop in Sydney, and she loved it. And she can tell you that nobody forced you to go to anything else after. I've got some dates. I'm gonna share the link with you guys right here. Let me put it in here. It doesn't let me. Oh, it doesn't let me. That's really good. I put it into the chat box for everyone, and then you can get it from there. This is all the dates that we have, and only for today we can give you a price which is $87, including my book, my Follow Me book, and those are the dates. So Brisbane, 14th of September. I think there's only a few spots left on Brisbane and Melbourne. Then we got Sydney and Gold Coast in October. So it's $87, and this offer is available to you guys until later on tonight. You just have to click on the link above in the chat box, and then I'm gonna go back to the questions for you. So I really look forward to have more, plenty of you at the half-day workshop. But let me finish the questions before I go. Hi, Francesca. I'm sorry if this has been already covered, but did you six-figure income from lower price product? Do you sell a big ticket product like Natasha, such as a 40-hour retreat? That's a really good question, Sheena. What my prices are not as high because, of course, Natasha gives away 500 copies of a book. Printed, a published book, which is very expensive for her to do. My workshop, unfortunately, is still very low price. Unfortunately for me, very fortunate for you guys. So the half-day workshop, as you can see, is $87, and my 2-day workshop at this stage is $5,300. But you also get me once a month for 6 months, which is very, 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 very low price. But at the beginning, Sheena, I didn't. My workshop at the beginning was, of course, a little bit different. I didn't have as many people, so I started with the 2-day workshop as $9.99, and that's how I started my six-figure business, and then I put the price up. So no, it wasn't a six-figure business from that type of price. You cannot charge that much at the beginning. Not even Natasha did at the beginning. You just have to start with a lower price and then go higher. But if you come to my half-day workshop, Sheena, I'll show you how I did it in details. Martin is saying on Facebook groups, what is the best way to grow it when you're first starting a group? That's a really good question, Martin. I don't have enough time to go through the whole lot. I share this in my 2-day workshop. But in short, what I can say is Keep it open, like I said before. Keep it open so people can see it. Grow your Facebook friends so then everyone can see that you've got this group. Share amazing tips every single day, maybe even a couple of times a day, so that people want to be part of it and they want to see what's happening, and let people sell their product, or encourage them to have a different way to promote their business so then other people want to be in it. So do things a little bit different and give them a chance to be, to be, entertained and also be interacting. Yeah. Sheena, how long did it take you to get the acceleration going full speed ahead? Look, I am a little bit of a machine, so I started straight away. But I can tell you that I had my first event on the 8th of October 2014, and I did my first paid 2-day workshop at the end of April 2015. So pretty much less than 6 months later, I was already doing paid 2-day workshop, and I didn't have any idea that I was gonna do that when I started in October. So you can do that. That was me when I didn't have. I was trying and making mistakes. My clients are literally after 2 events, because they've got a shortcut, because they've got my blueprint, because I've already made a mistake for them. Literally, one of the clients got an event yesterday, and she already been asked from 2 different people to go to Adelaide and Sydney with her business. So with the that's why I say that 5,300 for my 2-day workshop is crazy cheap, because people make their money back in 3 weeks. What type of event would you recommend to attend to? All my clients, where are you based, Christelle? If you follow me and my clients, you can see where I go, and you should join us. I've got clients everywhere: Brisbane, Gold Coast, Sydney and Melbourne, and I'm starting Adelaide and Perth in 2017, which is really exciting as well. Can you repeat that as you cut off? Oh, I don't know which part you lost. Sorry, honey. I'm going to Sydney one in October. Yay! You see you in the Sydney one. That's good. Awesome. So, Christelle, how do you find influencers when networking? Well, when you go to a networking event, Christelle, it's really important. You can see them. Everyone is talking to them, and all that. But Christelle, I really strongly suggest you come as well to the October one in Sydney, because I share exactly how to find people to connect with, and it's really a fun half day. And there's so many things that you can do, and I share them all in my half day. I'm running out of time, guys. Thank you. You're really good and enjoy the webinar. Thank you so much, Martin. Christelle, I hope you can make it to my Sydney one in October. The $87 deal is only for you guys for tonight, and you get the book at the workshop as well. So that's really cool. And if you want, I can also send you the PDF ebook copy of it if you book tonight, so then you can start to read the book, because only from the book people get amazing results as well. The contact on the workshop. So the contact at the workshop is follow me. So pretty much what I share for this hour, but of course extended to the level that people walk away from it, starting their own events, their own meetup groups, and getting amazing results. So the half-day workshop is a full-on day where I share exactly how to start, not from where I am now, but from the beginning, when you don't know anyone. Like I didn't know anyone in Australia, and the first event I had 45 people. Last night, my client, the first event, had 50 people, and so on. So everyone is getting amazing results. You just have to come along. Would be great to have. Yeah, cool. I'm looking for a job, so which type of meetup should I go? That's really good. You're looking for a job, and don't know which job you're looking for, but if you go to any networking event, you can meet people, and it's the same concept. Yeah, people will help you. You are so welcome. It was great content. Thank you for sharing, and hope to see you one of those events down the track. Linda, where are you from? Let me know, and I'll be I think you're from Melbourne, if I'm not wrong, and I'll be there on the 20th of September. So please, guys, make sure that you come along to the half-day workshop. Is great, huge, very small investment for an amazing 4 hour with me, full of energy. And I'm just back from a holiday, so I'll be full of energy for real. And thank you, Taryn. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for coming along. So sorry for the PowerPoint not working. I'll make sure that we send you the PowerPoint straight away, first thing in the morning. My assistant will be on it and send it to you. I will try to send you now to a list of people that were here with me live. Thank you so much, everyone. Again, lots of love. I felt the love, and I can't wait to see you all at my future workshops very soon. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye. Now I've got to find out how to close this. I don't know.